Hi everyone. Those who are doing caring, doesn't matter which country you are in, but when it comes to, or when we talk about caring as a caregiver, whether you're a nurse, a caregiver, or doctor, or whoever, so that information that I'm going to share with you, it's broad and it can be implemented in any countries because it's all about care. So when you embark your journey into caring, countries are different and they've got their own different laws. So in UK, if it's a different country, let me say like that, as I said before, all countries have got their own system, laws, how they practice, how they implement it. But I'm going to stop to talk about UK because some people find it as if it's difficult to work as a caregiver in UK or as a nurse in UK. It can be difficult if you skip some information sources that can guide you to make sure that you don't get into trouble. So in UK, whether you are doing domiciliary, caregivers who are highly exposed to risk of getting into trouble, domiciliary carers and live-in carers. I won't be talking about care homes because care homes got managers to support you. There are nurses, there are team leaders, there are senior carers there. Same as hospital. You don't need to be that worried. But here I'm going to talk specifically about live-in carers, domiciliary care. There are some scenarios that I'll share with you, incidences, and I'll be talking about Care Quality Commission and their duties, and how are you involved to comply with CQC essential standards. I'll be breaking down 5 essential standards for CQC. Once you comply with CQC and regulations that are involved in health and social care, you'll be in the right direction. So that's why many carers come into trouble now and again, and they'll be safeguarding left and right. If you ignore Care Quality Commission and forget regulations that are involved in health and social care, you will be in trouble now and again. It's like you are just on your own. So that's why some other people find it, I can't say they find it, they can say it's difficult, while it's not difficult if you are prepared to learn. So please follow my page. I've got lots of information that I want to share with you. Those who want to understand dementia, those who want to understand challenging behavior. When I'm talking about dementia, I'm saying different types of dementia, stages, symptoms, management, including activities. What else I'll be talking about? Okay, I'm going to break down explaining who is CQC anyway, their duties and everything. And then I'll be talking about the regulations that we have to be very, very careful when you provide care, when you render care, as I said, especially in domiciliary and live-in care staff. I'll be giving you information about handover, when to take handover. I've got a list of things that we have to consider during handover while we are there as a domiciliary or a live-in, whether you are under agency or not, or you are self-employed. So lots of information, anything that you want to know about being a carer in UK, please let me know. Anything that you want to know about being a trained nurse, work safe or practice safe in UK, let me know. Any question, any trouble that you come across, but in the route of care, I'm just in care. I got lots of experience. I've seen it, I've done it, blah, blah, blah. But luckily, as I'm saying that in these 26 years, for me practicing in UK, I've never ever been into trouble or safeguarding or attending NMC panel or whatsoever, simply because I had to understand UK. I had to get to, to be committed to understand exactly what is happening. And if you don't understand that your country has got different way of doing things, and you come and think that you, so I'm going to tell you about many things that carers come across and how you can prevent it. Also, I'll be talking about the training of vital signs for caregivers. Is there now out with other training companies, because carers are expected to do training for observations. That is vital signs. It's not complicated. That happened after an incident that happened while I was based in Cornwall, in Cambridge. It didn't happen to me, but I found it was going there with the multidisciplinary team. So I'll be explaining lots of things like the diet of the client, and who is salt, how is salt get involved, what do you need to do. Do you remember safe handling of medication? I'll be explaining to you the level of medication support to your client so that you won't breach any regulations that are involved in health and social care while you are rendering care and you are handling medication, or you come across with medication. And there is something that recently happened to me, only to find that I'm just competent. Yeah, but I can't say that person was just trying to get to know how much competent am I, or how much I know. So it was something to do with medication, but I had to remember duty of care. For you is to identify a risk and take action. So I'll be talking about those things, and you have to understand and know your limits, your action. Don't cross boundaries. Once you cross boundaries, you'll get into trouble, right? Because in care in UK, that's why some people say it's difficult. It can be difficult if you make it difficult. But care in UK, I'm talking to nurses, especially people who are coming from abroad. I can understand people who belong to UK, they know what's going on. But if you are new in UK, you find that in care, you are not walking alone. Take CQC standards on board. Understand each and every essential standards, because you have to implement it wherever you are, wherever you're giving care. Take regulations that side that are involved in health and social care. So you are at the center. If you bring these two with you, these are weapons. Do you remember? Errors and omission, you are accountable. That's why sometimes on social media, when the carers then they come across with that problem, and then it can tell, you know what? I won't recommend any new caregiver to start by doing online training and jump to care. It needs practical. You can't tell me that you can do moving and handling online where there is equipment involved, because it needs practical. Basic life support need practice, need practical. So that's what I'll be advising you, what to do first, where to start. Yes, money is good, but don't jump to something leaving some weapons behind you. You won't be able to fight the war. I don't mean that to fight the patients. So lots of information coming. Those who are willing to know, those who have got questions, those, how did I do it? It can be easy. It can be easy. As I said, that Care Quality Commission, they've got, I'm not sure that there are 19 now, standards. CQC is a regulatory body in England. No matter whether you have been clever, no matter whether you're the professor, whether you are what in your country, but once you get inside here, that's it. So these standards for CQC, it helped me a lot because I was willing to know each and every step. So with these 5 essential standards that have been taken from this, the whole list of standards, they make things easy. Though, if you are new in it, sometimes you can find it maybe it's not that easy, but it's easy. These 5 essential standards, they can guide you. They guided me for 26 years. Regulations that are involved in health and social care, they guided me for 26 years. I've got CQC this side, I've got regulations this side, and it's my care. And it has been guiding me each and every step. That will prevent and minimize risk. Once you get these 2 groups, you will be confident, you will be competent, you will grow in terms of skills. I've got many skills. I don't think they are skills that I don't have. That's what I can say. Because even if maybe your client or your patient has got a dressing on the leg, maybe for example the patient has been taking a shower, they are different. Some other that they enjoy showers, others they enjoy bath. So let me say, take example, your client enjoys shower. It's a person who is on shower in the care plan, and I'll be telling you about the care plan. The risk, poor handover. The risk of the care plan that is not written properly to meet individual needs. I will tell you the risk and how you can minimize that risk, how you can get it correct. So let me go back to the patient who's got a dressing. Sometimes they fall, they are prone to fall, especially elder people. So got dressing on the leg. That dressing must not stop that person to enjoy shower. There are some equipment. If your patient had a fall and maybe fractured and end up with caster, to have caster must not prevent the person to have a shower. You know, when I'm talking about this, just a bandage and a caster, Human Rights Act is involved now. That person has got a right to have a shower. So there are some means out there that we have to do, and they are available to do so that you keep it going. Deprivation of Liberty Act is involved in that minor thing. That's why I'm saying that take CQC this side, take regulations. Moving and handling is there. Let me count some that are always there when you take each and every step. Data Protection Act, Deprivation of Liberty Act, Privacy and Dignity Act, Human Rights Act, Moving and Handling Act, Safety, Health and Safety, because it's safety. If fire is completely different with the health and safety. It's got its own route, though it works together, but it has got its own route. So how you can maintain safe environment? Some people might think that safe environment is to lock the door at night. No, it's broad. I'll explain like that. I wish I can remember. There are many things. Some other examples. Some carers don't understand about DOLS, Deprivation of Liberty Certificate, and how it get involved, how to go through with the applications, especially if you're a living carer, what route you have to take, because there is no manager with you. Sometimes other carers, they like to work like self-employed, blah blah blah. I really don't know you guys how you do it, but that's why you have to make sure that you've got these insurances that will cover you in case something happen. But you know what? Investigation in UK is very tough. It must be clear whether it was a gross negligence or it was a mistake. Cases can be investigated very clear. It's like if you tell me that, oh, something happened like that, or the family is a blah, 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 right? If I can work to that case, I can see that, no, you are the one who is in the wrong side because you breach such regulation. But if you don't know, you might think that you are being abused, you are being, people are racist to you, people are this and this and this, while you are the one. Like, for example, I said that carer, unfortunately, he was deported. He prayed for the patients, of which was wrong. But somebody else can say, how come you can get in trouble just a prayer? No, not in UK. Maybe other country, but not in UK. That's why I'm saying that you have to know. It's like some people find it, it's like we are walking in an eggshell, but I don't find it like that. But if you are new in the country, yes, you can. But as I'm saying that, I'm going to equip you, give you some direction, sources, reliable information, because everything that I'll be talking about, the reliable sources, Care Quality Commission, NICE, NICE is NICE, stand for National Institute for Healthcare and Excellence, and NHS. Be careful of Google. That's why I'm saying that these three references, CQC, NICE, and NHS, that's where you can get reliable information from for care in UK. Right. I'm just summarizing things. You know, in UK, in under health, if it's not recorded, it never happened. So I'll be telling you that if you arrived in someone's house, you're coming to do live-in care, you find that you don't have agents with you. You are just you and the client. It can be nice from the start, but once tiny mistake happened, nothing recorded. So I'll be telling you where to get marrow charts, where to get a bowel charts. Elimination, you might take it minor, is very important. Elimination. It helps you to identify or to spot any risk of constipation or loose bowel, right? But people ignore elimination recording. Right, I'll be talking about SALT, speech and language therapy, how they get involved and when you can get them involved. Especially, I'll keep insisting that, especially those carers who are giving care without anybody around them to support them. Money is nice because you don't want agency involved who will be taking your money, but time will come. And clients, they know their rights. Risk is everywhere. Sometimes you can work for agency, only to find that some agencies are good out there, but some agencies are not good, to be honest. I'll tell you whatever I come across while I was working with agency. Agency can't tell me that I have to blend someone's food without person being seen by SALT. Agency? Administrator in pharmacy, I requested the medication for my client to be blistered because I identify risk. So I have to take that action. I know the direction to take. Whatever risk that I've identified, I know the route, what to do. So she said to me, right, I explained the reason why I'm, executing that direction. She said to me, why can't you lock out medication? If I was a caregiver or a nurse, who doesn't know, I was going to lock out medication. What is that? I've breached the regulations, human right, deprivation of liberty. Now I'm depriving this client to have an access to his medication. Yes, the risk is there, but I know the multidisciplinary team to be conducted to get involved to help me. That's why you have to raise the alarm as early as possible, right? So when it comes to medication, what I did while I'm waiting for this to be sorted out, because places are different in UK. Some other areas you find that when you request a blister or Nomad pack, you can just contact the surgery straight. Some other areas it has to go via the GP, so I had to ring surgery and explain, and it has to go to the pharmacy before they can consider that one. But at the same time, mental health team must get involved. Remember, Mental Capacity Act now. We can't conclude that decision, but we can minimize risk of the client overdosing or forgetting their medication. Remember, I can't teach you about Mental Capacity Act. I won't expect a caregiver in UK not to understand what is Mental Capacity Act, how it works. So I can't take medication for my client away or just to lock them because now I'm a carer. There are many ways to minimize risk. When you implement that kind of best interest, make sure that you don't breach any regulation. Remember, in elderly people, when you change anything, if you can move something, if you can move this book from here, it's for him or her, to somewhere else, it triggers challenging behavior. You damage trust because you'll be thinking that you are hiding. So any question that you want to know or any information that you want to know about being a carer or being a nurse in UK. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Please share my video. Those who want to really be good carer, right, follow my page. Please share. I know there are many carers out there.